That's a piece of the pie. We're calling it a piece of the pie. Okay, you've got a single piece of the pie. And then you're going to prepare your rough draft for creating this part. Okay? So we're going to prepare our rough draft. When you're ready for the rough draft, you're going to come and get a sheet of paper that's 12 inches by 12, and you're going to follow the steps for success right here in the handout. But I'm going to show it to you so you know what it is that you're doing. It says to take a sheet of paper and to fold it in half. So you're going to fold it in half. Make sure your edges are lined up nice and straight, like so. Then you're going to fold it again, making sure your edges are nice and straight. Then it tells you to unfold it halfway. This is halfway. You unfold halfway. With the folded side of it up, it tells you in step C to take your ruler at the center fold, so it looks like this. Here's the center fold right here. And you're going to measure over 3 inches. And you're going to make a mark 3 inches over. You're going to do the same thing the other direction. 3 inches over. So I have my center fold, and then I have marks right there. You see those? Mark here and here. And here is the top folded part. So this is where it opens. Okay? Perfect. Then it says to draw a straight line from here to here. Okay? So I'm going to line my ruler up at the center fold up here, and I'm going to make a straight line. I'm going to draw a straight line, and I'm going to do the exact same thing going the other direction. So I'm making a piece of pie. So I've just created a piece of pie like that. Then it tells us to open it up all the way and continue to draw those lines. So I'm going to line my ruler up with that line, that angled line, and I'm going to draw it all the way to the edge, like that. I'm going to do the same thing going the other direction. Like that. Then it tells us that to take our ruler and to draw a line right on my center fold so that I have got 6 pieces of the pie. So it should look just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See where we're going here? 12 colors in the color wheel, 6 primary and secondaries, and 6 intermediate colors. I'm creating my template. So then it tells me to use my template to trace my curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my template and I'm going to sit it into those spaces, and I'm going to carefully, using my pencil, trace around that line and trace my curve. I'm going to draw my curve in. Now I want to let you know that it's not an exact science. We all fold things differently. We all, things don't always line up exactly the way that you wish that they would. And so that's why we are going to have to eyeball it a little bit and make it work for us. So, we're going to line these up best we can. Make some adjustments if need be. So, I've lightly taken a piece of tape and I've taped my piece of the pie onto my rough draft. Then what I'm going to do, it says in the steps, is to take a piece of magic paper. This is magic paper, dark side down, light side up. I'm going to slide that underneath. And what that's going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to trace my design onto my paper. So I'm going to go over my lines. All of the lines that I have, I'm going to trace them into my design. I'm going to do that until I'm finished with this piece of the pie. Then what I'm going to do, since I have a flip-flop technique, I'm going to just flip my design over, make sure that it lines up on the edge of the paper where it goes. Just going to line it up, make sure it's lined up really, really well. And I'm going to slide my magic paper underneath it, and I'm going to flip it again, continually flipping it until I have traced the entire design onto my rough draft. So now I've got the whole design on my rough draft. I can see it really, really well. And I'm going to go in then and make any adjustments that I need to make in order to line my lines up. Remember, it's not a perfect science. So I'm going to make sure my lines line up and that all my designs go where they're at. I've got a positive and a negative going here. And I've already worked out the positive and negative to know that I've got what my color scheme is going to look like and how it's going to work. And so once I have the rough draft done, I've got all my lines where they're supposed to go, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my abstract color painting that I've already done, and I'm going to place my colors where they were placed on my abstract. Primaries, secondaries, tertiaries, they're going to also go into here. So whatever, here's my red, for example, red and blue-green. All the positive spaces are red, all the negative spaces are blue-green. I'm going to move on to the next piece, and I'm going to go around the entire kaleidoscope, placing the colors where they go. Then I'm ready for the next phase. So during the next phase, you're going to transfer your design from your rough draft onto your final paper. We'll get to that. You get through the rough draft, you get through the transferring of your design on there, you get your colors in place, and then we'll deal with that final paper, all right? So rough draft figured out and ready to move on, all right? Very good.